The day before, studio asks whether you're going to believe it or your own lying eyes, as it attributes to the game's catastrophic performance to a hate campaign by bloggers. Unbelievable.
This is truly bizarre.
It absolutely is, right? This is Joshua Woolens over at PC Gamer. Fntastic, the maker of the comprehensively disastrous The Day Before, has released a statement to combat misinformation circulating online about the game and the circumstances of its collapse. If you've forgotten, The Day Before was, once upon a time, the most wishlisted game on Steam. It was a zombie survival game that played Pied Piper to hungry fans before the entire thing collapsed under scrutiny, entailing a bizarre marketing campaign, numerous baffling public statements, and a fight with the Korean calendar app. That's a thing. And the withdrawal of the game from sale 4 days after it finally released. Dude, what a disaster this game was.
Oh man, let's not forget the day before launched. Ironically enough, they had launched that apology ahead of time. Hey, don't call us scammers, please.
Yeah. The game's rocky road led plenty of onlookers to declare the entire project a scam of some sort, a claim that Fntastic has always strongly rejected. Now, it's come out once again to push back on claims that it deceived people, attributing its short, strange life to a hate campaign orchestrated by bloggers. Scott, I thought the studio was done. Like, what do you mean they're back? What is this?
This is a ghost of a ghost has come back to try and tell us if we're at fault.
Absolutely. Posted on Twitter, Fntastic statement claims that, quote, certain bloggers made huge money by creating false content with huge titles from the very beginning, end quote. Creating a gold rush among content creators as others leapt aboard the bandwagon to bash the game. Remember the experiment where you're asked to count pink objects in a room and then recall the blue ones? Continues the statement. Oh, dude, this is a mess. You won't remember any. It's all about focus. In essence, this means that the negative bias instilled by certain bloggers making money on hate affected perception of the game. And Fntastic encourages readers to look at unbiased gameplay like Dr. Disrespect's stream at release, noting that despite the initial bugs and server issues,
right
he liked the game.
Well, I think that tells you all you need to know, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm out, man. Yeah, that's wow. You can't put it on us that you just scammed everybody when you made this game. Dude, we called it from the beginning. We said, look at this game. This game looks incredible. And the more people dove in,
it looks almost like the Ubisoft,
the Division,
the exact trailer of the Division. I couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2, but
yeah, it was 2, and then it was mix of The Last of Us in there, and then JPEG muzzle flashes. Like the game was a disaster from the get-go, and it was picked apart because this is the way our world works now, that we're able to just instantly post a comment like that, right? It is, man, there's no waiting of, hey, calling up your buddy, go, hey, have you seen this game? No, what's this game? Dude, everybody has access to it. We can all see it right away. So if you don't come out swinging and you come out scamming, you're going to get called out on it. And that's exactly what's happened, right? So
well, nobody had to be convinced that this was a scam. It was the evidence presented by Fntastic. And this blue versus pink dots and whatever, I think they're trying to say, well, there was some positive reviews that nobody's paying attention to. Well, yeah, if it was half of 1%, nobody cares, nor should they.
I can't believe they came out of the depths to even make this comment. Like, the studio was closed. The servers are off. The game doesn't exist anymore. I understand that they worked hard on this to some extent, right? But at the same time,
somebody did.
Well, they didn't do what they needed to do in order to achieve it properly. That's the problem, right? Execution was poorly executed, and this is when you get into all these scams being brought up because, dude, it really was, right? They didn't come to the table the way they should have, and there's just one issue after another. And when they got called out on it and got caught, now they're trying to put the blame on everybody else.
Oh, I don't think these kind of messages are good or useful for their legal campaign. I think that's going to be a problem, if anything. And It kind of reads like something. I have a younger brother. He's entering high school, and this kind of sounds like something he could have written.
Yeah. The statement isn't all about the bloggers. Fntastic also addressed claims that it deceived players, writing, quote, "We didn't take a penny from users, didn't use crowdfunding, and didn't offer pre-orders," end quote. And that it, quote, "returned money to all players, including foreseeable issuing refunds to those who did not request them. In the aftermath of the game shutdown," dude, how many companies
again, I think that's
money
legal
like that?
reasons.
Yeah, exactly, right? They didn't make a, so it was it was the publishing studio that held all the money from them, which deserves, because the publishing studio gets paid and then they get paid, is how it works. They didn't get paid, man, because they didn't do the job. Like, that's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, they didn't execute on the job, shut it down. And I'm baffled that they came back, Scott. Because, like I said, they're done. The studio is closed. The game doesn't exist. You can't buy it on Steam anymore. It's been shut down. 4 days after the game launches, they closed the game down. 4 days after launch. There's a
this
reason
was the beginning
why.
of December.
Dude,
That was
just baffled.
I wonder how long it'll take for this stain to truly fade.
Dude, I had already forgot about it. The guy was.
Well, it would be a lot easier to forget about if they would stop reminding us. You're right.
That's just it. Just, man, I wasn't even thinking about your game anymore because you guys shut it down. So why are you coming back out and even bringing it up? Just move on at this point, because there's nothing you can do to bring it back. Dude, even if they came back with the day before too, nobody's going to want to buy that game. Right?
No.
They've lost all trust. So from now, just zip it and move on. Nobody wants it. I completely forgot about your game already.
There's one detail in this as well that they mentioned that the black market, quote unquote, sells this game for up to $200 and more after it was taken off of sale. Those are curiosity buys. It's because literally nobody wants to believe that it is as awful as it was. It's being scrubbed off the internet because it was literally that awful. Do not pay money to anybody for this game.
Nope. You can't play it. Weird, man.
You should be paid to play it.
What a story.